Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to my shop. And it's been 3 weeks since we've looked at this radio. This is the KL70 shortwave AM band radio. And when we left off, it was working on shortwave bands, and I think it was working when we depressed these selectors, I think. But it wasn't working when the radio was set for AM and you were supposed to be able to tune from the front here. And the very last thing is a comment, and oh, I wish I could remember who it was. Somebody commented, what about the switch that was bent up? And so that reminded me, yes, there was a switch bent up, and we're going to take a close look at that and see if it could be interfering with the operation of the radio. I took a look at it at the time I first saw it, and I just concluded quickly, no, that wouldn't stop it from working. But I should take another look. In fact, I might have been quite foolish to have not looked more closely right off the bat. Now, if you haven't watched the series on this radio, then well, we've been through quite a few different things to get it all the way to here, to the point where it works like this. So we're kind of in the final stages. I think this, I'm not sure what the number would be for this, number 15 maybe, video? Can't remember. So this funny contraption here, this funny contraption, the white stuff here, the white shelving unit, that's what it is there for so I can hold this piece up. And I guess if you'd seen all the other videos, you know about that. Now let's remember the order here: blue, yellow, black. Switch we're talking about is on this side here. I'm trying to avoid bending the wire. I think I even tested it when I first. Tricky to see it right there, right in front of my finger. And so it's not, this upper part's not making contact with the sliding piece there. But I believe there's a lower piece, so let's test this and just figure it out once and for all. that shows conclusively that even though that piece is bent up, it is working. It is working. We'll bend it back down now. It's hard to get these to bend back down to the point where they're actually springing against the metal. That's kind of a tricky deal. So, too bad that is not going to do it for us. But there we go. Okay, so now we're looking underneath the KL70 chassis, and instead we're interested in these two capacitors, and I'm not 100% sure yet. I think, just being the cautious person I am, I think this is one of them right here. This right one. And here's what I find when I read across it. In fact, I don't even have to put the meter up there. So I operated the band switch, tried all the different settings to see if, you know, a lot of these things are grounded at various times. As the band switch is being rotated to different settings. So I tried them all. The thing is always showing a short. So I think it is shorted. So I'm going to take it off there. And I'm pretty sure it is the one of the two capacitors that I think I had deduced in the previous video could be responsible for the problems here. So I'm just going to open up one leg of it and test it again, because experience tells me it's probably okay. There's something wrong with the way I'm testing it. I just don't realize it. The only conclusion you should ever jump to is that you're wrong. This firing iron might not be hot enough yet. Oh, this would be great if it turns out to be a dud. There it is. Okay, now, telling the truth. Okay, time for a new theory. Yes, because the old theory just fell apart here. So I believe that's that capacitor right there. Okie dokie. I'll have to go away and think about this some more. Yeah, I think one of the things I want to do right away is put that back on there. Because you never know, I may be setting this radio aside again for quite a while and I'll just forget those little details. I think what we need to do is we need to try operating this radio again. Maybe we'll set it up so we can still work on the bottom too. So I'll put it on its side. Okay, so I've set the KL70 up so we can get at the underside of the chassis and while we try to operate it. And we'll see how that goes. Let's you know, I see a darkened, looks like a darkened resistor right there. To keep an eye on that. Okay, we're going to put it on current restriction. And our voltage is 126. And we're going to, there we go. Okay, now that's pulled the line voltage right down to just below 100. I don't mean it's pulled the line voltage of my neighborhood down. That's not quite what I mean. Okay. That's a good test of what I can remember. Let's put a little volume to it here. Nothing is heard. Let's operate the band switch. I knew the order of it before, but I don't remember now. You know what? I think the voltage is so low that okay, we're at one extreme. We come in two settings. We're in some kind of radio band. Probably a shortwave band either way. So let's give it a little more juice here. It's about 125. 9 volts. Still hearing nothing. I don't care for that. So, okay. Forgot which control was which. The volume, tone. Okay, let's plug the antenna in. That's exciting for a moment. Kind of like a frying sound, like something's frying. Only kidding. Okay. 268 volts right there. What I'm doing is I'm just looking to see if there's any high voltage sticking out where I can get zapped easily. There is. That spot. And is that spot somehow related to this spot? No. Okay. Let's change that band switch some more here. I don't remember what this big outside one was. It's nothing. It's nothing. Nothing. Don't turn it. Don't turn it. Don't turn it. That's the one that holds a plate nice and still. Well, I thought for sure we had this thing going on shortwave. Well, you know, I don't have all the wires plugged into the those coils, which I'm pretty sure shouldn't matter. But let's plug them in and see what happens here. These are the do I remember? Glue it back at the back. I don't think they're going to do anything. Back at the front. Yeah, of course. Of course. When you have that button pushed, you're on phono. Now, yes, okay, so we're on phono that whole time. Now we're on the radio. Okay, sorry about that. I really didn't expect that to happen. Okay, that's push button. AM. Oh, maybe it's AM. Push button. First shortwave, the second shortwave.
So I think I'm going to put it into the will be formed in the near future. Many experts
Sounds badly aligned. Or I could say unfavorably aligned. So the radio works. The resistor, which looks a little burned, is not warm at all. Well, you know what we could do with this guy? We could say, hey, he's fixed. Put him in his cabinet and put him away. Not worry so much about the AM side. Doesn't that sound like a cop-out? Ah, the night is young, so... I think we should keep on keeping on. Isn't that what they say? So let's... Now that I'm reassured everything is working the way I remember it, let's go back to the AM band. Oh, it sounds like another shortwave band. That's the end. Most of what we're hearing is coming from my computer screen, which is inches away from the radio. So, it's going to be working just fine, you know. Sounds like it to me. Let's give it the old 1-2 of the frequency generator here. Well, got me as to why this doesn't produce a tone in the radio. So that's why I'm led to think it's not actually receiving. Should have left well enough alone. So I think we're gonna put him in the cabinet. And, for now. Because it's working pretty good on shortwave. Whoa, no, it needed that alignment change, didn't it? Okay, so I just finished a quick alignment check, and the radio's fairly well aligned. Good enough for my purposes at this point. Yes, I'm still not sure about the AM side of this radio. It doesn't appear to be working, but I'm not actually convinced it's not. So I'm going to put it back in its cabinet and take a look at this and see what we got. So that's what we're doing next. Okay, so here's the cabinet here. I've already cleaned the glass, and if you've been watching my videos, you've heard me warn about cleaning the glass on something like this, that the print's on one side and you want to be really careful on the side that has the print. So I determined quickly, yeah, the print's on the back side here, I can feel it. And I went ahead and applied a fairly strong cleaner to the other side. And while I'm busily rubbing away with this ammonia-laden, somewhat abrasive cleaner, I suddenly realized I'm feeling print. And sure enough, this glass is printed on both sides, and this is the first one I've encountered where the print is on both sides of the glass. So, with a bit of a panic, I cleaned off the cleaner, and fortunately, very rugged paint has suffered no damage whatsoever. So I got away. That was a close one. I was certainly panicking after all the effort I put into this radio to if I were to clean off the glass display, you know, the radio's kind of worthless after that, if I clean the print off of it. So that did not happen. Great. So now we're going to put the speaker back in. I have to get the nuts here. Yeah, we're going to put the speaker in, and then we're going to put the I'm trying to remember which way this was. I think it was up like this. Got two washers have fallen off the Here they are. Here. Look, these are, whoops, that's good, drop one. These are a little different. They have a sleeve that fits down inside. Now, let me check one more thing. Okay, so I can't go too far wrong with the speaker. There's lots of wires. So I'm going to put it with the plug up. And I'm going to make this easy on myself here. Make gravity my friend here. There we go. I'm putting this in. You know what I'll do? I'll put it in lightly. I'll just put in a couple of nuts here to hold it. Well, I won't be stupid. I'll put all the nuts in. But I may have this on the wrong angle, this transformer here. may interfere with the radio over here. Hopefully not. I think there's lots of clearance, but we won't know until we actually put the radio in. I'm not over tightening these screws. There's rubber grommets under there, and I just want to make them a little bit snug and not too tight. So now we're going to put in the switch here, the push button switch. It's going to go in this slot here. Let me get it. Okay, here it is. So I think it goes in like that. Yeah, it screws up to the top here. No, I don't seem to have enough screws. I should have 4. I seem to only have 2. And these are fairly long screws. Well, there's lots of wood there. I'd be surprised if that's the wrong screw. How come only 2? What happened to the other 2? So I've looked around on my bench. I don't see them. So that's a bit of a mystery. You want this put in pretty solid because it's a set of push buttons, and you know, people push on it. So I really want all the screws in. Screw. Okay. Okay, here we go. So that's a speaker and the push button. I think we're ready now for the, hey, look at this. This is the support for the antenna. Gee, I wish I had those other 2 screws. Now I got 2 more screws sitting here, but I can't imagine they're correct. They're a different kind of screw. They're just sitting here. Probably I didn't put them in another radio. That's probably where they came from. Whoops. Well, unless they show up, I can't really do much. I mean, how that's really quite solid anyway because of the 3-point arrangement here. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. We're going to tip the cabinet up here. You can see the 3 holes that the holding bolts go through. Oh, these are the terrible feet. Look at that. Yeah, you know what? Let's fix that right now. I'm going to get that off of there. That's not the kind of feet I want. Feet I'm going to put on there I had them in my hand yesterday. Where'd they go? Yes, I guess I put them away. That means I put them somewhere, I don't know where. Well, I imagine they'll show up soon enough. Okay, so we'll leave the bottom as it is now. Footless, feetless. Defeated. It's been defeated. Okay, let's tip it up this way. Here. Now this cabinet's not in perfect condition by any means, so I don't have to be too panicky about it. You don't have to be too panicky about bumping it a little bit. Okay, here we go. The radio coming in. So it looks like these lights get shoved up into this, supposed to be a reflector, I guess. The paper looks a little old for that. I think this front dial is really counting on these lights here. So much so it's going to push them right off. Where are we in terms of sticking up the front? Well, we got another half-inch to go. These lights are going to fall right off the way this is made. That's going to break, in fact. Let's pull the lights out. That could be in all the way at this point. Let's see. Oh, bolts. I need the 3 big bolts now. Okay. Asbestos left there. Yikes. Now, can we put this center one in here? That's the question I have. What is it? It's a big flat. And the answer is yes, so we have the radio in its position now. Let's see if we can find the, where's the speaker? The speaker lead, where did it go? Did it go on the front of the radio? Where is it? There it is. Oh, it likes that. goes in very nicely. Put this light back in here too. Now these lights are really intended to cast light kind of like through the edge of the glass. It's really poorly done here. That's in as far as that one will go. Now we'll plug in the push button control here. Okay, I'm having some trouble there. Let's take a look at it. Okay, it should go that way. There it goes. Okay, perfect. Now we'll put the light in. Go. Not in very far. Two of them. But we'll see what they look like on the front panel. That'll be the telltale. Now let's put this antenna in. I think that answers for me what these parts are. I've been kind of looking at them, wondering what the heck is that. And the spring, I'd forgotten what that is. And that's all about this antenna, I imagine. What's going on here? Hole in the bottom. That's no doubt where the spring goes. What good is the post on the top? Maybe that's a stopper. So let's hold on. Bring it out. Put one of these on the bottom. Put two of these on the bottom. Where the spring is. One on the top. Somewhere there's a hole up there, I'm pretty sure. Something like a hole there. There it is. Okay. Really a hacked in hole up there. Okay, two more screws to hold the radio in, but let's not put them in just yet. Let's turn the radio around and take a look at it for the first time. We'll see what we got here on the front. There There it is. Looking pretty good. Okay, we'll put on the knobs. First we'll put on the special knob here. Yeah, and this knob I may have knocked out of alignment. It's never supposed to turn. I bet you it's supposed to be like that. And this is the band indicating knob. It's so cool. Shows the band number right in there. Very cool. 2531 AB push button. Hey, where's the rest of the knobs here? Give it a quick polish up and see what happens here. Get the groove. Get in the groove, isn't that what they used to say? Who are they anyway? Now, no, it's a little cleaner anyway. So we'll just clean the others quickly. And I believe that brownish color there kind of proves that these knobs are made of Bakelite, or Bakelite as some people like to call it. Not making much difference really, a little cleaner. And I might want to buff these up with a bit of wax. But considering the rest of the radios, the cabinet's not in the best of shape. See, that didn't clean up very well. So I don't really want to go at these too hard. Yeah, I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay, so this one's missing its gripper. Go. There's that. And now I got to find the little internal spring. Which I retained when it fell out. It's very common for these to pop out. And you just pop them back in. Okay, put that knob on. So I got more to hook up here. I think maybe next summer I'll refinish the whole cabinet on this radio. But I think it would have a great look. It's just a little rough the way it is. It's lost some of its appeal because of this kind of stuff here. The cabinet is like that. You know, and this line along here, it's all lost its paint down in here. So those things are a little bit of an eyesore. But the cabinet is really rugged and it's solid as can be. Oh yeah, so we're going to put these guys on now. Now let's get it right. Blue, this is the blue one. No, it doesn't look terribly blue. Blue to the back. Black to the front. Well, how do you like that? And I got front and back mixed up here. This wire is only reaching one spot on here. It's got to go here. That's the opposite. This one doesn't reach. Holy smokes. What's happened here? Well, that's kind of strange. These wires are as tight as can be. Too tight. Huh. Based on wire length, they take on a completely different pattern than what I've I've been putting them in at. Because I thought it was blue at the back, black at the front, white in the middle, and now I've got it completely different. Well, we'll just have to try it out. I don't remember these wires ever being that tight. Okay, but I'm pretty sure it will only affect push-button operation. The rest of the radio won't care. Let's put the rest of the big bolts in. Here's a warning to anybody who's handling a radio for the first time like this. Assume it has no bolts holding it together. I've had 2 or 3 radios make it to my shop. And no bolts holding the radio into the cabinet. It's just ready to fall out. If I just tip the cabinet backwards, out the whole thing would have come. Because of course our normal assumption is it's all bolted together, but you never know. One more bolt and we're turning it on. Looks fairly nice in the front. As usual, the glass, glass cleans up like new. It's glass, right? As long as you take the time to get off the very adherent dirt that will be on it. Very thin, adherent dirt. Okay. There it is. Well, let's plug it in. Switch it on, see how those lights come through. Okay, volume down. On off switch. There's it right there. You can just barely see off. Left. See, when they put the words very close to the knob, and of course you tend to want to do that, your finger tends to drag over them and rub them off. Tuning is perfectly free. Wunderbar. Okay, we'll start it up on current limiting. What was that terrible sound I just heard? Something just coincident, I'm sure. Switching on. We're on. The light's not exactly beaming out of there, is it? Let's darken down the shop here. I'd say it's lacking a bit. Here, let's give it a little more juice. There we are. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's kind of cool. You gotta be in a pretty dark room though to see that. Okay, in the dark now. Oh, I don't have any antenna on the back. You can see the magic eye in the middle. Okay, can I put some light on here because I don't know what I'm doing. A little bit of light. We're on the push buttons right now. It's definitely a difference. That's the phono button. You can hear the radio go dead. Okay, so we'll go to AM at this point. That's band A. Band A, 55 to 150. No antenna. So we gotta put an antenna on this to do any more. So let's do that. What am I caught on? Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Antenna. I don't have a back for the radio, so there's no labels on here. But I can see one wire goes right to the chassis, so that has to be the ground. That's this one, goes right to the chassis. A lot of people make mistakes with their antennas. Various sorts of mistakes. I won't say much more. But if you hook up your radio, you're not sure what you're doing and it's not working, it could be the way you've done the antenna. Okay, so we're plugging into the outdoor antenna. I think we are. Got fooled last time by that. Interesting. A lot of the tuning stuff is right here. Right here, right accessible. We don't have to take the radio out. So that was some thoughtful engineering. And we may be twiddling those eventually too. Whoa, it's gotten pretty heavy. There we are. B is 2.5 to 7. extremely slow and bad Morse code there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Shouldn't be Morse code there. Teletype. You might hear some Morse code up around here. Well, this radio is really not designed to pick up Morse code signals. So if it picks them up, there won't be a tone. Well, that's interesting. Let's go up another band. We're going up to the 31 meter band now, which is 9.5 to 9.7. Look at the band spread on that. That's 200 kilohertz all the way across.
Scripture for America.
Okay, fact is I didn't have the antenna plugged in properly all that time, so just now. So,
DVD Church now.
now we're plugged in.
Well, the giant Goliath was taken down by David, who took him on, and you're listening to the network taking on the giant networks with truth in the name of Jesus Christ. Sponsor network.
Okay. Let's go up to the next band. 25. Not sure what the heck that was. I can hear a cat destroying a blind upstairs right now, so I'm just gonna leave for a moment and see what's going on. Okay, sorry about that. Anything happened while I was gone? Yes, I had a cat attacking a blind. I left the blind down on our front windows. I didn't like that. He wants to look outside. So, we're not getting great reception. I've had to look at the magic eye there. And watch as I tune. Move. Okay. Not sure what that is that we're picking up, but something anyway. So where are we? We're on the 25 meter band. Around 11. I don't know what that is. So if we tune in 11, that's 11.8. Oh boy, that's way off. Do a little more alignment because it's 11.8, but in fact the signal I'm feeding is 11.6. It's not even on the band here. That could be why we're not picking up any broadcast signals in this band, because in fact they're all shifted over. Let's go another band up. Band number 19 meter band. WWV at 15.
At the time, 16 hours, 4 minutes.
It's here when it should be here. So. I think we can do better with this radio. See the magic eye. That's not working very well. That's not a real good magic eye. Okay, last band. Now, this radio is funny. It jumps up and down in frequency as you go up the bands. So now we're looking at 17 to 22. Actually, I'm wrong on that. Way up high now. Lots and lots of noise. It's receiving well up here. Okay, there we are. That's the Canadian General Electric KL70 shortwave radio, and it's a nice radio. It certainly needs more alignment, no doubt about it. Still not sure about the AM band on it, but at least it's not in pieces anymore in my house. I got it all back together, and we can do some of the alignment work can be done just from the back of the radio. We don't even have to take it all apart to do that. So that's it for this guy. Thanks a lot for watching the whole series, and I hope you enjoyed it.